Hello, hello. How we doing? We all good? Welcome to another, well, the final Prime Day stream. Now, we got some Fifine microphones, and this stream is brought to you by Fifine. We've got 9 of their products at the moment. If you tuned into yesterday's stream, we've got a couple of products from yesterday which have actually got on sale today, so you can save even more money today than what you could yesterday. Hello there, we are live. Hello Calvin, let's get you on the stream, buddy. There you are. Oosh. Yeah, so we might as well begin, haven't we? We might as well start with the old trusty. As we mentioned in yesterday's stream, it is the microphone that I use all the time, which is kind of why we've started the stream with this, because it's already set up. And I'm just looking for my little ticker. There we are. Down the bottom there. That is what this is. This is your Fifine K688 microphone. Now, not currently on a Prime Day sale, but it's $72.99. Which, to be fair, is actually a good price for this mic. Like I say, it's the one I use for literally everything that I do. Absolutely love it. Now, if you did purchase this, it doesn't come in a stand. So you will need your own stand, 5/8 of an inch thread, or a boom arm, a 3/8 of an inch thread, and you do get that converter in the box with this microphone. Comes with its own shock mount that it's already installed into, you don't need to mess about with that. Got a very nice foam filter on the front as well. We've got a mute button on top, which will work in the USB mode, because this microphone is both USB and XLR. What you're listening to now is the XLR version of the mic. It's running through my Go XLR Mini at the moment, and this is the kind of audio that you can expect. That is an amazing price. Such good audio. I completely agree, Calvin. Hello there, Sauce. Welcome, brother. Yeah, so if you hear me on kind of any audio recording, this is what I'm using. Absolutely love it. It is well built as well. It's all made of metal. I was going to say wind filter. Wind filter's not right. Your shock mount is also made of metal as well, so it's seriously well built. But you probably want to have a listen to what it sounds like with the USB mode. Like I say, what you're listening to right now is the XLR. Now let's just make sure I've got it set up. I have. And this is your USB mode of this microphone. Now, as it is USB, it means that you can connect it to PC, Mac, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. It doesn't work in an Xbox, so do bear that in mind if you were looking at buying this for gaming on an Xbox. It won't work. Okay, good. That camera gets on. Oh, the good old Elgato. Yeah, you'll have to show me later, dude. I'll happily have a look at it. I imagine it does get extremely hot because it's 4K 60, is it? Yeah, I'd imagine it generates some heat. So yeah, mount it onto a boom arm like we have. You can put it onto a stand. Just make sure it's a 5/8 of an inch thread or a 3/8 of an inch thread. As we just mentioned, you do get that converter in the box with this. Now, yeah, I've just realised that I haven't set up the USB for that scene. But that scene I've just shown you there on Amazon, $72.99 for this microphone. Really good choice, it really is. As I say, this is what I'm using all the time. But let me go back to XLR so you can hear the difference. And this is now the XLR audio that you're listening to. Because it is going through my Go XLR Mini, it means I've got some equalisation options that I can mess about with. So you can fine-tune the audio from this. So you should have noticed then when we switch from USB back to XLR, there's a bit of a difference in the way that we sound. We should sound a little bit more as though we're on the radio through the XLR. Literally just because we've played with the equalisation settings on the Go XLR Mini. Remind me again, the widget from highlighted, this one here that's popping up now. If that's the one source, that is Chat Ninja. Right, we may come back to this microphone. Yeah, Chat Ninja, buddy. That's what that one is. There's some good videos on YouTube on how to set that up. That's what I used anyway to get it set up originally. Now, we'll have a complete change from this mic. I'm going to show you this one here. I almost forgot about this one yesterday. It was sitting there. And I need to not pull it much further because I've got all cables tangled up at the moment. And I'll probably pull out like all the other microphones, cause absolute carnage. But yeah, this one is a little bit different to that one. Now, this one is just USB. So no XLR functionality on this one. And let's come over to this camera so you can have a closer look. I'm trying to reach over here and make sure you can still hear me. Chat Ninja. That's what it says at the top of my screen anyway, Chat Ninja. So on the bottom of this mic, now this is your Fifine K052. We've got a foam pad on the bottom, which means that it's not going to cause any damage to your surface if you put it on there and slide it around. It's a non-removable cable from the back. That is a USB-A connection. Once again, going to work in PS4, PS5, PC and Mac. We have a volume dial there. And we have a mute button as well. So obviously red when we are muted, green when we are active. We've got this little bendy part on the bottom there. So we can just kind of move this in whatever position we want. And you also have another one of those on top. So you can actually move the head around. Now you do get a wind filter with these. Just that my cat has decided to start chewing on it. And I'll be honest, I don't know where it's gone. So the audio you'll hear now, obviously you'll have a wind filter on there, which I no longer have. So let me find it on my OBS and we will enable it. And this is the one right now. So this is your Fifine K052. As I say, it's a very weird looking microphone. It's like one of those that you get in a supermarket when they say there's like a spillage in aisle 5. It looks like one of those, but surprisingly, it actually sounds really good, which is not what I expected when I bought this. I'll be honest, I bought it for a bit of a laugh because I thought, I'll do a review on that because I don't think it'll sound great. And then I was like, do you know what, that's actually really good. Fridge Raiders have been following me for like 3 years, 3 months. Looks and sounds, such a good beginner option. So starting it, absolutely, yeah. So if you've not got a microphone, if you're using like an inbuilt mic on a laptop, for example, notoriously they are not very good. I know the one on my laptop is horrendous. So if you was looking for a cheap microphone option, something like this could actually fit the bill. Now, this is currently $25.99. And as we say, USB-A. It is plug and play as well, so there's no need to install any drivers with any of these that we're going to show you today. Literally everything plugs in. You don't need to install any software or anything like that. Just works straight out of the box. So we can tilt this around. I don't know if you can hear a bit of noise as I'm moving that around. But yeah, it's a complete beginner option. It's actually not bad at all. And as I say, you get that wind filter on there as well, which I've not got, which would probably help with plosives a little bit. Eric man, how we doing, buddy? Welcome back. Absolute pleasure to see you. Have you been buying anything through the Prime days? Tell me, man. I like being nosy. So yeah, that is your Fifine K052. I think what we should do is maybe... Do you know what? Let's go wireless. And then I'm going to go to a product that's actually gone on sale today, which wasn't on sale yesterday. So we're going to start going a little bit wireless. So let me get my ticker changed to my M6. And now let me get this enabled. And that is this one here. Actually, we said yesterday, didn't we, that on the collar sounded pretty good. Let's go back to on the collar. I'm not sure if I'm going to like move around and cock this up. But yeah, this is the Fifine M6 wireless microphone. Now, this is one of my personal favourites. It really is, because if I'm out and about and I want to use my mobile phone, this plugs into my phone. It's got obviously the microphone and the receiver. The receiver is USB-C. Let me show you that on screen. So you'll see here, you've got the USB-C connection, and there's also a USB-C connection on the side of that receiver. Now, that's got two functions. You can plug in your USB-C cable and charge your mobile device whilst using this. Or you can plug in some USB-C headphones, earphones, and you can actually monitor the audio from the microphone just to make sure you're coming through. Obviously, as it is wireless, it means that it is completely portable. I was on the KZ052 when I was moving the head around. But yeah, Eric, man, let us know if you've been buying anything. So yeah, as this is wireless, it means that I can just get up, I can go and have a little chill out down here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. And this is attached onto my collar as well. Now, I found the best audio tends to be if you handhold, we'll go with that. If you hold it in your hand, and you know how most people are doing it on TikTok now, where they're holding their microphones next to their mouth. To be fair, that's probably the best audio you will get from any microphone. So the closer you are to it, the more clear your microphone is going to sound, your voice will sound better. But I normally attach this on my stomach, and it's always sounded great until we tested it yesterday on the stream, and people were saying, put it on your collar, and they said it sounds good. So here we are, got it on the collar now. So, I mean, this is currently connected to my PC. Now, that USB-C connector, you can put a USB-C to USB-A converter on there, which is exactly what I've done. So it's plugged into my PC through USB-A at the moment. Once again, no drivers to install, plug and play. Turn the microphone on, it automatically gets picked up. You don't need to start messing about with any kind of settings. It's such a simple microphone to use. And like I say, we get to wander around, and because we can wander around and it's kind of close to our mouth, it means we've always got consistent audio wherever we're going. There's nothing worse than when you're talking to a mic. I normally do it, where I move away from the mic to do something else, continue talking, not very consistent, whereas with something like this, it's great. And it will work in your, well, if you've got a phone that's got USB-C connection on there, my Samsung Galaxy S21, plugged it in, didn't need to install anything else, just worked straight away. Sounds awesome. Now, with iPhones, you can get it to work. You need two converters. The brand new iPhones, which are USB-C now, I've not personally tried it, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. Literally plug in, away you go. HT, hello buddy. It's a good price for a pop-filled shot mounted RGB. Mate, we've got some really good mics. One of the RGB mics actually got on sale today as well. There's an 8% coupon on the A8. That's the one that I saw that went on sale. If it's on sale and you can still save 8% as well, that's awesome. Please don't hold. Yeah, I'm not keen on holding it, a wireless mic. I kind of think that destroys the whole point of a wireless mic if you're kind of holding it. But how are you today, HT? You all good, buddy? Now, we'll continue using this, and I will show you, well, I showed you yesterday my headphones, but they've actually gone on sale, which means it's super sale time. Now, let me find my little listing. There it is. Now, these have dropped down to $31.99. I can't remember off the top of my head how much these were yesterday. Were they $39.99? Maybe somebody could confirm that. $31.99. Absolute bargain. Now, I did use these again last night. I played some Apex Legends. Didn't get any wins last night. So I'm not really selling these too well, am I? But I could hear my character getting destroyed in some crystal clear audio. I could hear me getting hammered by an R3L1, a wingman. I could hear it all with these. Now, These are RGB headphones as well, which I will show you there. So some nice RGB lights on both sides of the cans. I believe it was HT who told me about cans, because I never quite knew what these were called. But we do get some nice foam padding as well. Very good. Nice little foam on top as well, which for a bald man like me, absolute godsend. They do come with an inbuilt microphone, which if you don't want to use, you can just unplug it. You don't need to use the microphone. Now, these will work on your PS4 and PS5 as well as PC and Mac. Once again, there's no need to set anything up. Plug it in, you are good to go. How is the mic on the headset? Do you know what? I'd love to test it, but I think I've got a problem in the fact that when I plug this into my PC, it gets the same name as another one of the mics, and the other mic takes priority over this. So on one of the streams, I'm going to unplug all the microphones and literally just plug this in, and you can have yourself a listen. But I can assure you the microphone on this is very good, like surprisingly good. I weren't expecting it to be. But yeah, I've been playing with my OBS trying to get this to work, and it did work until I started plugging in like about 600 other microphones. And I'm pretty certain the two of like this and something else has got exactly the same name, so they just clash with each other. But I will get that figured out, and I will let you have a listen. But I promise you, it sounds, for a headset mic, very good. Now, this is capable of 7.1 audio as well, which if you don't want 7.1 audio, the nice surround sound stuff, you can just tap that button and completely disable it. You can turn the volume up and down as well. Now, this turns the volume up and down of the headset, not the inbuilt microphone. The inbuilt microphone can be muted. So if we knock that up there, you'll see we've got a red light on the mic to say that we are muted. Pull that down, we are unmuted now. We get some equalization settings. So there's an EQ button up there where we can toggle between 3 different options. And those options are, I don't know how well you can see that. We have a music mode, we have a gaming mode, and we have a movie mode. Now, for me personally, I tend to always have it on the gaming mode, just because you get a lot of bass with it. So if you're listening to any kind of music that's got a lot of bass, I tend to go with this rather than the music setting. Same with movies. If you've got like an action movie and there's like explosions and stuff, I tend to have the gaming mode enabled for that. But with pretty much all the audio stuff, it's all down to personal preference. What sounds good to me might not necessarily sound good to you. So the movie mode might sound great to you. But yeah, this is what I'm using for when I'm playing games. Nice and comfy as well. I know this is a fine function. Have you checked out these? It's a gaming. I am with Boom. I haven't, mate. Many like me don't like how they have. As it gets sweaty. Ooh. Do you know what? That's something I've never actually looked at. Like, have I sweated onto this? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Have I sweated the headband up on this? Or does it look good? I think we've got a bit of an indent where my bald head's been. Trying to get in focus. Yeah, I don't think it wants to go into focus. But I can't see any slither. Is that the right word? I don't know what the right word is for like sweat on the headband. But now I get that, to be fair, I really do. Because to be fair, I'm not a huge fan of wearing headphones myself. Like when I do streams, I tend to plug in some earphones, but even then I tend to just keep pulling them out. But if I'm gaming, especially Battle Royale games, and I need to hear where my opponents are, then that is what I'm using. And as I say, I've won a couple of games. I can only put it down to these. But I thought it was well worth showing you these again because they weren't on this Prime deal yesterday, but they are today. $31.99. Good price. They're decent. But I've always used cheap headphones and they've always really hurt me as well. So if I wear them for like 40 minutes or so, especially the top of my head starts to hurt. Haven't experienced that with those. I've had some serious gaming sessions with those, like 4 or 5 hour sessions, and they've been great. No issues at all. But a gaming headphone versus a gaming IM. I sweat a lot, so I don't wear headphones unless it's too cold. Yeah, then they double up as earmuffs then. You can keep yourself warm. That's what I've started doing when I go out walking. Started putting headphones on, not to listen to anything, just to keep the old ears warm. Right, I think we need to show you another super sale, which I will show you the A8. So yes, we showed this yesterday. I've managed to tangle cables all over the place as well. Bear with me, just whilst I'm untangling. Right, that goes through there. That is caught there. There we are. Oh, we're back in the game now. Did the above link come through? I haven't had any link come through. Now, if it's through YouTube, it doesn't send links. Dancing. Hello, welcome to the stream, buddy. Can I go into... Yeah, what's your backup question, mate? Link to the gaming IM. Links don't come through. Yeah, the links don't come through on here. Unfortunately. No, nothing's come through. They don't come through on YouTube, mate. It completely blocks all the links. Right, time for another super sale. Now, this wasn't on sale yesterday. Is it still on sale now, or have they sold them all? Let me have a look. Let me refresh my page. No, it's still on sale. It's on sale. Beautiful. Okay, this is your Fifine A8 Ampligame microphone. Now, you'll see we've got a nice light there, and you can change that light. We can have this nice blended mode. Sorry, let me move that mic out of the way as well. Let me move him up there. Sorry. We've got this nice blended mode on the RGB. We've also got another mode which is basically the static colours, so it'll go through like your reds, blues, greens, purples, yellows. It'll just rotate through all the colours until either the microphone completely dies or you unplug it. If you're not happy with that, you can select any of the individual colours to match your background. If you don't like the RGBs, which not everybody does, you can hold the button down and actually turn them off completely. So I'll just use it like a standard mic without any flashy lights. I use old computers offline. They never touch Wi-Fi. They are used for okay. Now I back up the 2 old USB drives. One is odd. I was told that this isn't the backup I should be making. I should do something every day and label it somehow. Okay. If you're trying to back up the entire system, you'd probably want to use something like Macrium Reflect, where it makes an image of the hard drive, so it literally backs everything up, so like operating system as well as any work that you've created. I think they're retiring that Macrium Reflect though, but if you do a Google search, it's probably something like that you'd need. I suppose I'm overwriting the way I was doing this wrong. I mean, with that Macrium Reflect, you can actually schedule it as well, so it automatically starts doing backups for you, so you don't have to manually keep going in and starting a backup. It will automatically do it. I think there's another one as well called Imperius, I think it's called. I think that's free as well. They do the paid versions, but I believe Imperius will do the backup as well, and you can schedule it, so you don't need to keep manually doing things. There's a sale going on with them now. Let me get it on another little slide page here. I will keep it on here as well so I can have a look after stream. Pro Hi-Fi Go. Right, I might have them. I don't know. Is that on Amazon.com you're looking on? because I don't see it. Mercy? No problem at all, buddy. But yeah, if you're trying to back up the whole system, one of those two pieces of software. To be fair, the Macroom Reflect will do the backup of the system. If you're just backing up files and you want to do it on a regular basis, I think Imperius, I think it's called, will do that for you. Right, what are we talking about? We're talking about the A8 Ampligame. Yeah, we're going through the RGB lights, so you can select those. You do get a pop filter on the front. You also get the shock mount. I keep forgetting the word for that. Don't know why. Shock mount. You can mute the microphone as well. So a nice green light on top. If we tap that, we can mute the mic and unmute it like that. It is USB-C. And on the bottom as well, we do have a 3.5mm jack there, which will allow us to do audio monitoring. Now, there's no delay with the audio monitoring on any of these microphones, to be fair. They're all great. You do get a gain control on the back there as well, so you will need to reach around and turn that up and down. Completely made of plastic. The stand will do the job. There's a little bit of weight to it there. And you get some padding on the bottom as well, so it's not going to cause scratches to your surfaces. Time for the old audio test. So let me go to my tickers, turn that off. I will mute this and enable the other mic, which is that one now. Okay, so you are now listening to the Fifine A8 Ampligame microphone. Oh, sweetie. Hello, sweetie. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there we are. Member wants to support. Thank you so much. That is very much appreciated. I've bought some cat stuff today as well. I need to tell you about it. Love the hoodie. Didn't know you like Slipknot. Yeah, mate, I'm a massive fan. I've seen them 3 times. I actually met Slipknot as well back in the day. And I had one of those huge Motorola phones. It was in this denim jacket. They were doing a sign-in. And I had nothing for him to sign, so I thought, after standing outside for about 6 hours in the rain, handed them this mouldy, soaking denim jacket, and they went down, signed it all. Corey Taylor signed it, went to pass me the jacket back, and the phone dropped out, hit the floor, and there was more chance of it cracking the floor than that phone. Oh, it was an old, heavy thing. But yeah, I am a fan of good old Slipknot. I do like them. But welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you're well. And to be fair, this is a good test for the Fifine mic that we're talking about. So, how do we think this sounds? Currently $39.09. So, less than $40. You can, let's make sure I've got my mic on this scene. I have. There is, I've lost my mouse cursor. The black version's $39.09. The pink version is $40.79. There we are. Look at that beautiful pink version. We do get a white version, which is $39.94. Looks quite nice, actually, the white. I like it. Or they do have another version of the mic where you can start changing polar patterns, which this one isn't. This is a condenser microphone, so you're going to get some pretty clear audio from it. But yeah, let me know in the chat what you think of the audio on this. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think any of these sound bad at all. I think they all sound very good. Let me see. I will get it on screen towards the end of the stream, buddy. And for some reason, my copy and paste just didn't work. Let's try it again. Try it again. Hi-Fi Go. Okay, I've got their page loaded up. I will flash it up towards the end, dude. Okay, so that is your A8. As with all these mics, they're going to work in your PS4s, PS5s, PCs, and Macs. Now, as we did just mention, no delay with the audio monitoring on this. So if you plug in some earphones or headphones in the 3.5mm jack, when you speak, it comes through immediately into your headphones. That's the same with any of these that have got the audio monitoring. They ship to the UK. I hope they do. I love the lav mic, the Fifine, but I wish they had one with a lightning port. You can actually convert it to lightning. I think you need 2 converters on there though. I did see an image where you can still use that microphone on an iPhone. And I know the new iPhones have got USB-C as well, so I imagine that microphone would just work straight out of the box in the new ones. This is a good test for the mic, I completely agree. But yeah, as we did say, you can change these lights as well. Let's make it red so it matches our background lights. There we are. Nice bit of red there. So yeah, there is a little bit of weight in this base as well. So you will obviously knock it over if you bump into it. But it does a good job. Now we've actually got the smaller version of this. It is cheaper. Although the smaller version does a few things that I prefer on that compared to this one. Let me go and grab it. Oh, God, I'm getting too old, I am. Getting way too old. Now, you'll see there, they look quite similar, but this one is smaller in size. Now, this one is your Fifine A6V, and this is also on a super sale. So let me select it on the good old carousel, if I can find it. Yeah, I don't think my eyes work as good as what they used to. Now, they've knocked 30% off this microphone. Let me find the listing. Here we are. So, there we are. $27.99, save 30%. So, I believe this is the cheapest USB mic that I've got. There are some options for different colours. You can actually get that red version, which looks quite pink to me, for $26.34, so you could save even more money. I'll get over. You young whippersnapper. He's about the Fifine, but someone is saying the FG's much cheaper than the original price. Do you think it's worth it? I've used it. I thought it was decent. I do. So yeah, if you can, if you think it's a good price and you're happy to pay it, then yeah, go for it. What am I doing? Right, I'm going to show you little bit of this. Do you know what? Let me come back to my wireless mic just so I can move a little bit closer to this camera. There we are. Let's remove that ticker. Somebody remind me to change the ticker in a moment, because I'll forget to do it. So this is your A6V microphone. So we do get the RGBs on this as well. I'll tell you the good things about this. For $27.99, we've got RGB lights. We have a mute button on top there. It comes with a pop filter. It comes with a shock mount. You get control of the volume as well. Comes with its own little tripod, its own little stand, which to be honest is not the best stand in the world. It will do the job, but you'll probably want to change that if you want to change it to something a bit more robust, because the audio quality on this is actually very good. It is a 5/8 of an inch thread on the bottom as well, so if you do change the stand, make sure you've got one with that thread on there. Now, I prefer the positioning of the volume control on this microphone. I do like that it's directly on the bottom rather than the back and reaching round. Now, the RGB lights, the colour sequence you see there is what you are stuck with. You can't change that. The only way you can turn them off as well is if you mute the microphone, which again is something I actually quite like on this. Because if you've got no lights, you obviously know immediately either the microphone is not plugged in, it's completely broken, or you are muted. And 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be that you are muted. So I actually quite like that. But I think we should have a listen. Now remember, this is $27.99, which is very cheap. And this is what it sounds like. So for less than $30, this is the kind of audio you can expect from this microphone. Now, there's no filters being used on these mics here. This is the raw audio you will get as soon as you plug that USB cable in. He's for sure a young whippersnapper. Oh, I'm not feeling young. I'm just starting back at the gym now. To be fair, I'm hurting. I went to the gym yesterday and I'm hurting. I weren't there long either. But I need to up the exercise a little bit. So yeah, $27.99. Now, this is the microphone I recommend to pretty much anyone who currently doesn't have a microphone and they're just moving away from like Zoom calls and they're using their inbuilt mic on a laptop, for example. This is the one that I always recommend. And to anybody who's starting to stream on streaming platforms as well, if it's your first time streaming, audio is massive. It really is. If you're doing any kind of content creation, your audio is... it should really be the priority. Over what the video looks like, make sure the audio is as good as you can get it. Now, when you first start streaming, you're kind of all hyped up, ready to stream, and you're like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it into a career. And a lot of people will kind of stop doing it after a few weeks, a few months. So I tend not to really recommend really expensive microphones for somebody who's just starting out, because you're not quite sure if you're really going to continue doing it for the foreseeable future. So I always recommend something like this because the audio is so good for the price and it will do the job. People won't leave your stream because they think the audio is terrible. It is certainly good enough for streaming. Great for video calls as well. And then you can decide further down the line, once you've done streaming or content creation for a few weeks, a few months, you might think, do you know what, I fancy a more robust microphone, then upgrade, but for like less than $30. This is kind of the one that I always point people towards. You got to break yourself back in gentle. No, we don't do things gentle around here. Honestly, at the beginning, absolutely, it really is. Most people have got it the other way around. They think things need to look great, but you can have the best looking video in the world, but if your audio is shocking, people will just leave that video. Audio is massive, it really is. And for something like this, which is just plug and play, you don't need mixing desks or anything like that, any messing about with equalization. This is really good enough to get you going. 80% of your video is your audio. Yeah, I mean, yeah, cameras on phones are amazing now. They weren't when I first started. I never used to have cameras on when I started. But yeah, cameras on phones are brilliant. And a lot of the time when you're recording with audio on a mobile phone, like you've got a bit of distance between you and the phone. A little bit like this camera now. If I was using the inbuilt mic on this, and the same with webcams, because there's quite a bit of distance between you and the camera itself, obviously your voice has got to kind of travel to that microphone, which means it's going to pick up any kind of other noise that's going on around. So if I recorded using my camera, you would definitely hear the audio from my PC, because the fans are horrendous on my computer. Whereas something like this, you can get it nice and close to your mouth and you'll get some really good crisp audio. Even with a decent camera, you can use your phone as a webcam. There's plenty of software out there that allows you to do that. So yeah, the only problem with doing that is that a lot of people tend to have one mobile phone, which means if you're using your phone as your camera, if you get phone calls and stuff or messages, then you want to like get the phone down and like check things, and kind of kills the flow of like calls and streaming. If you got two phones, then yeah, happy days. Oh, I forgot to change my ticker, didn't I? Sorry. There we are, A6V. So yeah, I've used this mic on all these Fifine streams, and a lot of people say that they prefer this mic over like the more expensive stuff. So for like $27.99, which is the cheapest I've seen it. I've seen it drop to $27.99 before. Never seen it go any lower than that. From Android 14 even, there is a webcam mode in Android 14. I've not even messed about with the actual stuff on the phone directly. I've used software on the PC, like Irian and stuff like that, to actually get your phone and to work as a webcam. There's some other ones I've played with as well. Camo was another one. Actually quite good, that was. Right, ooh, I think it's hammering down with rain. It is. Typical UK weather. Okay, I think it's time to show you the little snazzy lights down here. So I'm going to jump back over to my wireless mic a moment, just whilst I hold this up to the camera and let you have a look at the SC3 mixer desk. So let's move these out the way. Now, if you want to connect an XLR microphone to your PC, you need a mixer desk. That is exactly what this is. This little bad boy right here. Very colourful as well. Now, let's get a nice close-up here and show you it. So, it is all made of plastic. I did weigh it the other day. I think it was 296 grams, I think. So, it's very light. Now, we've got these funky buttons on top here. So if you've got yourself a microphone that requires phantom power, you can actually enable phantom power on this mixer to power the microphone. If any of the buttons are white, that means that you've basically got it enabled. That's what the white means. Now, if you don't like the colour sequence we've got there, which is kind of a rainbow effect, top button here will allow us to go through different light sequences. So there's a static one, which is going through all the different lights available. We got, I think this is a breathing mode, where it does blend into the other colours. We've got another mode where it kind of goes around changing colours one by one. You can see it there. And then we've got the mode where we literally just select a static colour. So I think there's, what is it, 7 colours maybe in there. So electric, that is auto-tune, which I will show you in a moment. We can change the voice as well. Once again, I will show you that in a moment. Let's try and get close. And you'll be able to see we've got a male, female, robot, monster, baby, and an elder voice on there. The custom buttons will allow you to save a 15-second clip. So if you've got some music playing on your computer, you can hold that down. It will turn white. And as soon as it turns white, that is recording now. So it's listening to what it can hear on your computer. You can record up to 15 seconds, let go, and that is saved on that button. You literally just tap it and it will play back what it's just recorded. Now on the back, it powers through USB-C. So this is hooked up to my PC at the moment. That's the only power that you need. There's no additional power required. It will connect to your mobile phone as well. I connected it to my Samsung Galaxy S21. It powered this completely, and I could use an XLR microphone in my mobile phone, which was actually quite nice. Go on, get in focus. Play the game. Do I need to come back a little bit? Go on, get in focus. I think it might be detecting my hands and losing the focus. Okay, let's run through these. We have a line out, so we can connect things like speakers into this and we can play audio through there. We've got a headphone slot, so self-explanatory really. If you want to put some headphones on and listen to the audio, you can do that. Line in, we can plug things like mobile phones and tablets into there. And we can plug a headset in there as well and use the mic on the headset. We can switch between dynamic and condenser microphones. We can plug in an XLR in there, and the centerpiece here is for, if you've got a microphone, I think it's a 1/4 inch thread, is it, something like that? That will plug into that center part there. Or you can plug an XLR cable in there as well. So I think what we need to do is plug a microphone in. And it works out well because we've got another Fifine mic here, which is the AM8 mic. Now we do get RGB lights on this. Because it's going to connect through XLR, we won't get those lights, but I will show you those in a moment. Even a cheap 50 quid second-hand phone is a good enough. Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah, the cameras on mobile phones are kind of outrageous these days. They're extremely good. So let's plug this in. And let's disable this mic. And let's go to our mixer. And whilst we're doing that, let's enable the AM8 microphone. Okay, so you are now listening to the audio through the mixer desk. We're using the Fifine AM8 mic. I can only select one thing on my carousel, unfortunately, on Amazon. So we'll go with the mixer desk. Now, some of the features, I think the best feature is probably the voice changer. So I think we'll go with that.
And what you're hearing now is the male voice on the voice changer. Kind of wish I'd plug my earphones in, which to be fair I can. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I can plug in my earphones and I can monitor the audio, so I can actually hear these voice changes. I can figure out how to untangle my earphones. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, see, I can hear that. That sounds weird. Really weird.
We have a female voice. I quite like that. Giggity, giggity. Yeah, it's a good voice, Sally. I like that. Is this all coming through for you as well? Sorry, I've just turned it up. How much is the control deck? The control deck is currently $39.99, which is a very good price. Let me find the Amazon listing. Now, I think I set this up. That's cheap. It is very cheap. Now, don't get it confused with something like the Go XLR, because the Go XLR will allow you, this is weird, listen to myself. It will allow you to mess about with equalization. This thing doesn't. It's basically just like volume controls and a very cheap way to connect an XLR mic to your computer. How many mic input? You can plug in an XLR. Now, we have got headset as well, so I'm not sure if it will allow us to do the XLR and the headset at the same time. That is something I will need to test. And I need to find headphones that's got a mic, which is a 3.5mm jack. And I just realised that's gone really loud now, isn't it? I had it. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Sorry, that might have just blown your ears off. Sorry, I was selected on condenser into dynamic microphone.
But this is what the roll button sounds like. So it's very good that you've got all these different voice changes. I imagine it's quite difficult to understand me as well. Quite difficult to understand me at the best of times.
But when I sound like a baby, very easy to understand me.
And then when I speak like an elder, that's even more simple to understand me. Hello, hello, hello. Male voice. Ooh, nice and deep. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so we've switched to dynamic mic now. So if you've got a condenser or dynamic mic, just make sure you switch the switch to the right one. So yeah, I was saying.
Let me come back to this. That's weird. Yeah, I was saying that it's not like a Go XLR, so you don't have controls over equalization. If you wanted control over stuff like that, I know in OBS you can get some filters that you can put on there and you can manually start using the sliders to change the way your microphone sounds. This is completely plug and play, so there's no software that you can install to actually mess about with stuff like that. But again, if you're just starting streaming and you want to connect an XLR mic, one of the cheapest options to be able to do it. And obviously, if your mic is a it requires phantom power, you can do it with this as well. Now we do have an auto-tune mode, which I do want to put my mic monitoring back on and have a listen. So this is auto-tune, so this is like a D flat, I think. Then we've got a D, we've got an A flat, then we've got G. So yeah, our voice, I suppose if we sing, what can we sing? I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. So it's supposed to do some kind of auto-tuning. So I don't know how well that sounded. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Not quite sure why that was the first song into my head either. Yeah, if you want to disable things as well, so if you've got a voice changer on,
You're going through
all the different voices and you want to turn it off, hold the button down for around 2 seconds and that will disable everything.
then we go back to my boring voice. Yeah, so you do get mic monitoring as well. So there's a push button there. So I can't hear myself now, but I can now when that's enabled. So plug in some earphones, headphones. As long as it's a 3.5mm jack, then you can monitor the audio. Now, I did connect it to my Samsung phone. I basically plugged the XLR cable in here, USB into my phone. It powered the device, which, to be honest, I didn't think it would, but it did. I recorded a quick video in there. No issues at all. Worked great. Auto-tune feature is good, although it seems an audio filter. Fifine is going to move off audio. I mean, the price of their stuff is outrageous. Like, some of the stuff, like even this now, like $39.99. It's like, how are they even making money on that stuff? I don't know. That microphone that's $27.99. And you think it's got like a shock mount, pop filter, it's got the RGB lights. So, they can't be making much, can they, on half of this stuff? But for the consumer, it works out great because you're getting good quality stuff for very cheap. As I keep going back to the like streaming, like if you're first starting out, this stuff is awesome. It really is. Well, I think I should change my carousel over to this other microphone as well, since I'm speaking into it. Okay, so this microphone that you're listening to is the AM8 microphone. Now, you'll see that I've got no RGBs on there, and the microphone does come with RGB lights. That is because I'm currently connected through the XLR connection, which basically means I need my USB plugged in to deliver power for the RGBs to work. You get a mute button on the front as well, which once again, because I'm connected just through XLR, that's just not going to function because my mixing desk is doing kind of everything for me. It's Ali, their stuff is even cheaper. Is it really? I've not even checked. But yeah, I mean, for the quality of the stuff, it's awesome. It really is. Don't think there's any other budget brands. I mean, I've seen there's lots of different budget brands out there, but I just know that I've used a number of Fifine stuff and it's always been very good. Even the stuff like that one that I thought would not sound good at all really surprised me. So I kind of put a lot of faith in all the Fifine stuff. And like I say, people starting out, the stuff is so cheap to get you going. My Arno, yeah, that's another one. There's other ones as well, which I can't think of off the top of my head. But like I say, I've not had one bad product from Fifine, so I'll happily come on and just talk about it. Now, what was I going to show you? I was going to show you this mic, weren't I? Now, I'll tell you what, shall we... Do I unplug the mixing desk? It's all right. I'm a USB cable short. I've kind of mislaid one somewhere, so I have to unplug a mic to plug this in. Yeah, do you know what? Let's go... Trying to think now. Okay. I'll let you have a listen to the XLR through the Go XLR Mini. So you'll be able to hear the difference in the audio from this mixing desk to that one. So remember, what you're going to hear in a moment is this mic, but with all equalization settings enabled on my Go XLR. So let's get it all hooked up. Let me just mute this a moment so we don't kind of deafen everyone, just whilst I untangle cables again. That's all my room is, just tangled cables. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Okay, so you're now listening to the exact same microphone through the Go XLR Mini now. So yes, do remember that this mixing desk will not give you the equalization options, but it will give you the option to start turning your volume controls up and down with this literally sitting on your desk and looking very pretty. Because I'll be honest, that was the reason why I bought the Go XLR originally, was basically for sliders to turn a microphone up and down. That was literally the only reason. Didn't even realise half the stuff that it could do. But yeah, if you do want to connect XLR to your PC, then there's not many cheaper options than that. I'm just like dropping cables all over the place. So let's unplug this, and I will plug the cable into this mic so you can see the RGB lights as well. I'm just going to mute the mic a second just while I plug this in so I don't deafen you. Okay, so some nice little RGBs there on the bottom. Now, we do get some different colour sequences as well. Sounds a lot better. Yeah, to be fair, it should, just because of the software on the Go XLR for the equalisation. I used to have a mic like that, sits on the desk. They're actually not bad. Yeah, honestly, I'll say it on the streams, I bought it for a bit of a laugh, because I thought that's going to sound terrible. And it shocked me how well it actually sounded. So let me try and bring this over to this camera. Sorry if I'm making a lot of noise as I'm moving around. So we do get some nice RGBs there. We can change those as well. So we can go through the different colour sequences. So a static colour sequence that's going to rotate through each of the colours. And you can manually select a colour yourself. Let me bring my camera right over. Now, on the back of this, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Have I got a light here? Oosh, there we go, nice and bright. So, on the back of this, we have a little push button there, which will control the RGB lights. We also have volume controls for both the gain of the microphone and for the audio monitoring. Now, this microphone comes with both XLR and USB and audio monitoring as well. Look at that light, I just have to switch on. God, it blinded me. Feedback sound. Was that from me moving the microphone around? If I'm not wrong, the Go XLR is dead. It's not that it's dead. They're stopping support for the Go XLR. Apparently, there's like some coders that are going to continue support for it with their own software. So you'll still be able to use it. It just means there won't be updates, like official updates for it. You should buy an IM for a laugh. Oh, you want me to listen to a good IM? I might do one day. It was from me moving the mic. Yeah, I mean, it don't help that I've got the cables kind of like scraping along keyboards as I'm moving it around. So this is the XLR mode. Let me just see if I've got a USB set up. I should have. There we are. Now you're listening to the audio from the USB cable. So this is not running through any kind of mixing desk now. This is the raw audio that you can expect when you plug it into your PC, Mac, PS4, PS5. And this is currently... Now, did I set this up for this scene? Yes, I did. This is currently $46.74, so less than $50. Unless you want the pink version or the white version, they are both $48.44. So the black version, which is the one that we're rocking at the moment, is the cheapest one. And I mean, what you can do is pick up a microphone like this, a mixing desk like that, and then you've got yourself a nice little setup right there for your voice changing. that good I am would be a good buy. Make a video on them too. I have to be a little bit tactical with videos, especially with like YouTube. The white looks sick. I do like the white one, to be fair. I like the pink as well. I do. I think it's probably because I'm so used to having this many black microphones that something a little bit different is quite nice. See, I like the pink. Saying that, I like the black version as well. The black version works out well for me because how messy I am, and I'm like dropping like coke and stuff all over the place. If I had a white microphone, that would look filthy very quickly. Pink is good too. Yeah, I like the pink. I really do. So yeah, this is raw audio. So the only thing I've got at the moment is a compressor, just so I don't peak the microphone. So yeah, to be fair, I'll turn the compressor off. There shouldn't really be any change in the audio. So yeah, that's... Oh, hang on. Yeah, so that's disabled now. So the only thing it might do is actually make it a little bit louder. Just because there's more chance of me peaking things. But yeah, that is the audio that you would get if you basically plug this straight into a computer. And it's got RGBs as well. Who doesn't like RGBs? And to be fair, I think you can turn the RGBs off. Oh, you can, because I've turned them off. Didn't mean to. But yeah, you can turn the RGBs off and continue to use the mic if you don't like the lights. But I kind of think that if I've got the lights, then I would use them. That one there, that nice blended mode. So I think I've shown you all the mics. I have. I've gone through them all. Which, to be fair, while I think about it, I'm going to connect my other mic back up because I forgot to do that yesterday. Bear with me. Hello. Right, there we are. Yeah, as I say, this is the one that I kind of use for everything. So I fired Apex Legends up last night and I forgot to connect my microphone up. Got a habit of doing silly things like that. But yeah, what you're listening to now is the Fifine K688, which I will put the little ticker on the bottom of the screen. So yeah, do we have any questions with regards to any of the mics? Is there anything I can help you out with? Is there any of them you would like to listen to again? I will happily quickly fire them back up. And these are the IMs that you were sending through to me. Celeste, I can't even say what the word for it. £17.29. I'm gonna have to pick something like these up just to test. Would they be comfortable to go to sleep with? Because that's the thing at the moment. I've got these wireless ones. And I don't know how I do it. I normally go to sleep. I have one of them in. And I'm all nice and comfortable. And then when I wake up in the morning, the cable's wrapped around my neck. Who were you talking to on Apex? I was talking to Welshie on Apex. Well, I was talking to nobody originally because I didn't have my mic plugged in. Check the Pro version. Oh, there we are, Pro version. Okay, so £20.06. They looked exactly the same as the other ones. Is there any difference between the two? Not quite sure what the difference is. The boxes are slightly different colour. Oh, we get that maybe as well. That's how good I am with earphones. Yeah, you get that as well. Don't know what it is, but you get it. But you never know. One day I may purchase some of these, and then it may win me over. That's all I need to do. Get one set of these, test them out, and be like, oh, they sound amazing. then I'll be converted. The Pro version has the boom mic. Okay. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will one day. And I'll be on, and that's all I'll be doing on streams. I'll be talking about these IM earphones. How amazing they are. But yeah, so we'll see. Bit of Welshie. That's who I was talking to. No wins last night though. No wins. Disappointing. Right, I don't think we have any questions with regards to the mics. Do we have any other questions before I love you and leave you? Has people bought anything from the Prime deals either? I've bought some wall-mounted cat stuff today. That's what I've been buying. I bought myself some AAA batteries because I've got rechargeable batteries, which when I put them in like this remote for my light, it only ever goes to 3 bars out of 5 from a full charge. Sweetie, oh yeah, sweetie. Let me see if I can get you an image of what I bought. I need to be a bit careful here because it might start like flashing addresses up. So let me see if I can just grab an image. Unless I can get it from there. Oh. Right. I'm just going through a search here without me being signed in to see if I can find what I've bought, and I can't find it. There's basically like this little thing that you screw into the wall and they can sleep on there. It looks quite small though. I know Big Cat won't be able to get in there. Oh, here we are. Here's one of them. Right, okay. We had one of those. So you can screw it into the wall like a little cat bed. So I bought me one of those bad boys. And I think it was port for the other thing as well. I've got quite a bit coming in my car now. Oh, lovely. How many cats do you have? I've got 3, but I keep feeding stray cats outside. So in total, I've probably got about 20. And the stray cats cost me way more than my own cats. So, oh, that was the other thing I got as well. So I bought one of those as well, which it looks as though you mount it on, yeah, you mount it onto the wall. They've got like this big scratch post, and they've got like little beds that they can sleep on. So I've bought one of those today. You've got a good heart. I'm soft when it comes to cats. What is all mounted cat stuff? Literally anything I can screw into the wall so it saves floor space, and the cats can just jump up and kind of play around with it. But yeah, sweetie, I'm a nightmare. I really am. I've just ordered a load of food again today. They cost me so much, these stray cats, but I just can't see them suffer. So I've bought like a couple of little houses in the back garden that they can sleep in. Which, to be fair, I put a blanket in these 2 houses and I looked outside and 2 cats were sleeping in there. I thought, oh, that's nice. Then the next day there was 1 cat sleeping in there. And the cat just wandered off now. Gotta go. No problem, HT. I'll get some IMs one day. We'll talk about some audio. But yeah, sweetie, that is what I spend my money on now. Cats. I never treat myself. Like being on Amazon, I've bought 2 things for my cats here. And it's like when Christmas rolls round and like my mum will say, what do you want for Christmas? All I say to her is like, don't get me nothing. Just if you're going to spend money, spend it on my cats. So as long as my cats are okay, I'm all good. Weird question, but I'm looking for a webcam. Do you like the Streamcam more than the Razer Keo Pro? Image quality wise, I think the Keo Pro look better than the Streamcam. The Streamcam tends to be cheaper than the Keo. I think they're both 60 frames per second if I remember right. But I've seen a couple of people have issues with the Razer Synapse software. Personally, it was fine for me. I've seen some people complain about it. But image quality wise, I think I preferred the Keo Pro. But the autofocus on the Keo Pro is like very sensitive. So you'll find that it keeps trying to autofocus on you. So if you're using something like OBS, I'd probably recommend just manually doing the focus and just leaving the autofocus switched off. Unless you're constantly bringing things close to the camera. €57 on Amazon. Keo is 94. See, the stream cam's decent. Like, it's better than the C920 and C922. But I personally preferred the overall image on the Keo of the two. Just depends on budget, mate. Are you willing to spend the extra on the Keo? But the stream cam will definitely get the job done. Just make sure you've got some good lighting on yourself with any webcam that you choose. Do you have a wish list on Amazon with cat food for your outdoor cats? I have got a wish list on Amazon. I've got Throne as well. Body Feral Gaming, no problem at all, buddy. Yeah, just drop me a message if you need any help and I'll try and help you as much as I can. But yeah, sweetie, I did have it on my... Well, I didn't. I put a wish list on YouTube videos, but it weren't the cat one. So I think I've just changed it now. So my new videos have the new cat stuff on there, which, to be fair, I need to update. But yeah, I've got Throne as well, where it's basically got like a list of different things on there. But I tend not to like come on and really promote it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Right, I think I should let you get on with the rest of your day. I mean, we've gone through all the Fifine mics, we've gone through our little mixer as well. We are producing a video on this as well. So if we do come across any issues that we notice with it, we will get it mentioned in that video. So far, from testing it, it does what it says that it's going to do. As I say, it's not going to be like a big time mixer like your Go XLRs or what's the other one? Roadcasters, where you can start messing with equalization. Just a cheap and cheerful way to connect a microphone to your PC that's XLR and one that needs phantom power. And if you want to use this with your mobile phone, it worked on my Samsung, which was great. Which means if you want to do any streaming on stuff like Instagram or TikTok, for example, you should be able to stream from your phone and use like an XLR mic, so get some really good crispy audio. But we will do some more tests on that. But yeah, so far it's been good. No issues. If I can use a headset with a mic, that would be something to see if you can do. Yeah, I need to find a headset that's a 3.5mm jack. Because I think all my headsets now are USB, which obviously won't connect to that. But yeah, I will try and find something from somewhere. I'll ask my brother, he might have one. Or ask my dad, he might have one. We'll see. Yeah, and I imagine I would need to switch over to condenser mode. But yeah, that is something for me to test. I've got you can probably see my... Oh, you can see my one board there. There's another board, sorry, can I get my finger there? Where at the moment I've got that kind of wrote out, this Fifine SC3. So I've got a list of different things that I need to film. So yeah, that is something I will test on there. We will test it out. Right. I'll let you get on with your day. Feel free to drop me a message as well. If you've been buying things on Prime, let me know. As I say, I quite like being nosy. If you want to talk cats with me, more than happy to. I think it's the one love I've got in my life now. Cats. I should do a cat stream. A cat product stream. That's what we need to do in the future. Right. Now, this stream has been brought to you by good old Fifine as well. Just waiting for my stream deck to kick in. No, she's not left me, mate. I do love Caroline as well. But there we are. Brought to you by Fifine. I've just got to show you that because it took me a while to figure out how to do that in OBS. So I was quite pleased. Wish you a nice day. Thanks for your help. No problem, buddy. Wishing you the very best. Thank you for getting involved. So like a new channel, new cat channel. That's what we're going to do. I think Sweetie's got that covered though. If you're not aware, Sweetie's got a good YouTube channel. Go and check it out. Right. Let's leave you to it. So have a great day all. Stay safe. Weather is shocking here today. I'm going for a walk. See you soon. Have yourself an amazing day. We will go and